Did you know that for many seniors over 65, the first signs of serious health decline aren't felt in the heart or brain, but actually begin silently in your legs? What's even more terrifying is that these warning signs can indicate you have less than 3 years to live if not addressed immediately. Your legs aren't just appendages for walking, they're the early warning system for life-threatening conditions that most doctors never discuss with their patients. In this video, I'm revealing 5 critical leg symptoms that could save your life if spotted early, along with the simple solutions that can add years to your life starting today. Let me tell you about Gerald, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Colorado. He noticed slight changes in his legs, some swelling around his ankles, occasional cramps that woke him up at night, and a feeling of heaviness when walking to his mailbox. When he mentioned these symptoms to his doctor, they were brushed off as just normal aging. 6 months later, Gerald collapsed at his grandson's baseball game. The diagnosis: a massive blood clot had traveled from his leg to his lungs, a pulmonary embolism that nearly took his life. What his doctor failed to tell him was that those seemingly minor leg symptoms were actually early warning signs of something much more serious. Gerald later discovered that if he'd known what to look for, he could have prevented this life-threatening event. Today, I'll share what Gerald wished he had known before it was almost too late. Sign 1, persistent swelling that doesn't go away overnight. Is the skin around your ankles still tight when you take off your socks at night? Does the indentation from your socks remain visible for hours? The swelling you're dismissing as just part of getting older could actually be the first sign of a deadly condition that's already developing in your body. Vascular specialists at the Cleveland Clinic warn that persistent leg swelling, especially when it doesn't fully resolve overnight, is a key indicator of venous insufficiency, a condition where the valves in your leg veins no longer work properly. Dr. James Wilson, Chief of Vascular Medicine, states, "When we see persistent edema in the lower extremities that doesn't resolve with elevation, we're immediately concerned about compromised blood flow that can lead to dangerous blood clots and reduce life expectancy by up to 10 years. Take the case of Elizabeth, a 68-year-old retired librarian who noticed her ankles were constantly swollen. She assumed it was just water retention and tried to ignore it. "I thought everyone my age had swollen ankles," she explained. "I had no idea it was a warning sign." 3 months later, Elizabeth was diagnosed with advanced heart failure. Her cardiologist explained that the fluid buildup in her legs had been a critical warning sign that her heart wasn't pumping effectively. Had she recognized this symptom earlier, she could have started treatment months sooner. Here's what you must do tonight. Before bed, perform the pit test on your ankles. Simply press your thumb firmly into the skin near your ankle bone for 5 seconds, then release. If the indentation remains for more than a few seconds, you're experiencing pitting edema, a serious warning sign that requires immediate attention. Don't wait until tomorrow. Elevate your legs above heart level for 20 minutes before sleeping tonight. If the swelling doesn't improve significantly by morning, call your doctor immediately and mention concerns about venous insufficiency. This simple check could literally save your life by catching a deadly condition before it progresses too far. Are you willing to take these 30 seconds tonight to potentially add years to your life? Sign 2, leg cramps that wake you up at night. Are sudden, painful leg cramps disrupting your sleep? Do you find yourself jolting awake with intense tightness in your calves or feet? What you think is just a muscle spasm could actually be your body's desperate cry for help, a warning sign of circulatory problems that could lead to a stroke or heart attack within months. According to research published in the Journal of Vascular Surgery, nighttime leg cramps after 65 can indicate serious circulatory problems, including peripheral artery disease, PAD, which increases stroke risk by an astounding 400%. Dr. Sarah Cohen, vascular surgeon at Massachusetts General Hospital, explains, nocturnal leg cramps in seniors often occur because muscles aren't receiving adequate blood flow and oxygen, especially during periods of rest. This is a classic sign of advancing peripheral artery disease that often precedes major cardiovascular events by just 6 to 18 months. Consider what happened to Robert, a 75-year-old former accountant. For months, he experienced excruciating leg cramps that woke him several times each night. He tried drinking more water and taking over-the-counter magnesium supplements, but the cramps persisted. "I just thought it was part of getting older," Robert admitted. It wasn't until a routine physical revealed dangerously high blood pressure that his doctor ordered vascular testing. The results were shocking. Robert had severe arterial blockages in both legs, with blood flow reduced by over 70%. His cardiologist told him bluntly, those cramps weren't just inconvenient, they were warning you of a stroke waiting to happen. Here's what you need to do tonight. First, perform the blanching test. Press on the sole of your foot firmly for 3 seconds, then release. The skin should immediately return to its normal color. If it stays white for more than a second before pinking up again, your circulation is dangerously compromised. Then start this 3-minute bedtime routine immediately, lying flat on your back, slowly point and flex your feet 20 times, then rotate each ankle in circles 10 times in each direction. This simple movement stimulates blood flow when it's most critical. Additionally, ask your doctor about a daily low-dose aspirin. But don't start without medical approval, as it's not right for everyone. Don't ignore these painful warnings. They could be the last chance your body gives you before something much more serious occurs. Sign 3. Skin changes on your lower legs. Have you noticed your skin becoming thinner, shinier, or changing color on your lower legs? Perhaps you've seen brown discoloration around your ankles, or your skin looks unnaturally smooth and shiny. This silent symptom that most people ignore is often the last warning before a life-threatening event. Dermatologists from Johns Hopkins Medicine report that specific skin changes on the lower legs are direct indicators of circulatory collapse, which precedes major cardiac events in seniors by an average of just 18 months. Dr. Thomas Rivera, dermatological researcher, explains, when we see hemosiderin staining, that brownish discoloration around the ankles and lower legs, along with loss of hair and shiny skin texture, we're actually seeing visual evidence of advanced venous disease. The body is literally showing us that blood is pooling dangerously in the lower extremities, creating perfect conditions for deadly clot formation. Consider what happened to Nancy, a 76-year-old grandmother who noticed strange brownish patches developing around her ankles. Her skin also seemed unusually tight and shiny, almost like tissue paper. She mentioned it casually during a routine checkup, but her doctor didn't seem concerned. "It's just cosmetic changes from aging," she was told. 3 months later, Nancy suffered a massive pulmonary embolism when a blood clot traveled from her leg to her lungs. During her recovery, a vascular specialist examined her legs and immediately recognized the classic signs of venous insufficiency that had been visible for months. These skin changes were like a red flashing warning light that everyone missed, he told her. "Here's what you must do today. Stand in front of a mirror and carefully examine the skin on your lower legs. Look specifically for these 3 warning signs: brown discoloration, especially around the ankles, thin, shiny skin texture, and decreased hair growth on your lower legs and feet. If you notice any of these changes, don't panic, but don't delay either. Schedule an appointment with a vascular specialist, not just your regular doctor, as soon as possible. In the meantime, avoid sitting or standing for more than 30 minutes without moving, and apply a moisturizing cream containing vitamin K, available at most pharmacies, directly to the affected areas twice daily. This specific vitamin has been shown to strengthen capillary walls and improve circulation in the extremities. These simple steps could prevent a life-threatening event that's already in progress in your body. Sign 4. Slower healing cuts and bruises on legs. That small cut on your leg that's taking weeks to heal isn't just an inconvenience. It could be a ticking time bomb signaling you have very little time left. Have you noticed that even minor scrapes on your legs seem to linger for weeks instead of days? This isn't just annoying, it's your body's desperate warning that something is seriously wrong. Research from the American Diabetes Association shows that slow healing wounds on the legs after 65 indicate microvascular damage that extends throughout your entire body, including vital organs, and can reduce life expectancy to less than 3 years if not addressed. Dr. Jennifer Adams, specialist in wound care and vascular health, warns, when we see delayed healing in the lower extremities, particularly in seniors, we're actually looking at a system-wide failure of the microcirculation. The same compromised blood vessels that can't deliver adequate healing factors to a simple cut are also failing to nourish the heart, kidneys, and brain. Take the case of William, a 77-year-old retired engineer who bumped his shin against a coffee table, resulting in a small cut. After 3 weeks, the wound still hadn't healed, but he didn't think much of it. "I figured healing just takes longer when you get older," he explained. 6 weeks later, William developed a dangerous infection that spread rapidly throughout his leg. By the time he got to the hospital, the infection had entered his bloodstream, leading to sepsis and multi-organ failure. His doctor later explained that the inability to heal a simple cut had been a critical warning sign that his vascular system was failing throughout his body. "Had we caught this earlier," his doctor said, "we could have intervened before it became life-threatening." Here's the simple home test you need to do right now. Make a small mark on your forearm and on your shin with a washable pen. Check both marks every day. They should fade at roughly the same rate as your skin naturally sheds cells. If the mark on your leg remains visible significantly longer than the one on your arm, your leg circulation is compromised. Don't wait for a real injury to test your healing ability. By then, it might be too late. Start today with this nutrient protocol: 1,000 mg of vitamin C, 50 mg of zinc, and 1,000 IU of vitamin D daily after consulting with your doctor. These specific nutrients have been shown to dramatically improve wound healing in seniors with compromised circulation. Additionally, anytime you develop even a minor cut or bruise on your legs, treat it immediately with an antiseptic and keep it covered. Don't wait to see if it will heal on its own. Your life literally depends on how quickly you act. Sign 5. Leg fatigue or heaviness. When walking short distances, are your legs feeling heavy or tired after just a short walk to the mailbox? Do you find yourself needing to sit down and rest after minimal activity? This isn't normal aging. It's your body sending you a final warning before something catastrophic happens. Cardiologists at the Mayo Clinic have discovered that unexplained leg fatigue when walking short distances is the single most reliable predictor of heart failure within 24 to 36 months in adults over 65. Dr. Richard Thompson, cardiovascular researcher, explains, "What we're seeing with premature leg fatigue is essentially a preview of what's happening to the heart. The same inadequate blood flow that makes legs feel heavy and tired during minimal exertion is also affecting the coronary arteries. By the time a patient notices this symptom, the cardiovascular system is already in advanced stages of compromise. Consider Patricia, a 69-year-old former teacher who noticed that her legs felt unusually heavy and tired whenever she walked more than half a block. She had to sit and rest frequently during shopping trips and found herself avoiding activities that required walking. "I just assumed I was out of shape or getting old," she recalled. During a routine checkup, she happened to mention this symptom to her doctor, who immediately ordered cardiac testing. The results were shocking. Patricia had severe coronary artery disease requiring immediate intervention. Her cardiologist told her, "The leg fatigue wasn't just about your legs, it was your heart crying out for help. You're lucky you mentioned it when you did." Here's the 5-minute daily routine you must start immediately. Begin with a simple standing calf stretch. Face a wall, place your hands on it, and step 1 foot back, keeping it flat on the floor as you lean forward to stretch the calf muscle. Hold for 30 seconds on each leg. Next, while seated, point and flex your feet 20 times, then rotate each ankle in circles 10 times in each direction. Finally, lie on your back with your legs elevated against a wall for 3 minutes. This simple routine improves circulation dramatically when done consistently. Additionally, start incorporating these circulation-boosting foods into your daily diet. Beets, oranges, garlic, and fatty fish like salmon. These specific foods contain compounds that naturally dilate blood vessels and reduce inflammation in the vascular system. Don't wait until your legs are giving out completely. By then, your heart might be too damaged to recover. These leg symptoms aren't a death sentence if you catch them early. By recognizing these warning signs and taking immediate action with the solutions I've shared, you can potentially add decades of healthy, active living to your life. Your legs are literally showing you what's happening inside your body before more serious, life-threatening conditions develop. The persistent swelling, nighttime cramps, skin changes, slow healing, and unusual fatigue aren't just inconveniences. They're your body's desperate attempt to warn you that time is running out. But now you know exactly what to look for and precisely what to do about each warning sign. These simple tests and immediate actions can literally be the difference between life and death. Don't ignore what your legs are trying to tell you. They might be giving you one last chance to save your own life. If you found this information valuable, please hit the like button right now. Has your doctor ever mentioned these warning signs to you? Share your experience in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on the simple morning habit that can reverse leg circulation problems. Share this video with someone you care about. It might just save their life.